Either way. It says it's going live.
Technical
Okay,
difficulties.
now we're live. Welcome back, Broken Head Radio listeners. We have Lake NPRC Drag Masters in the house today. Like I said earlier, which if you were listening on Facebook, we have one of the Bowtie brothers here with us today. Not only is he a Bowtie brother, but he is a co-drag master at the Lake NPRC. Mr. Frank Fields, directly behind me, right back here. All right, just go ahead and say hi, Frank.
What's up, everybody?
And then we also have the founder of the Lake Division NPRC and the owner and operator of Send It Racing, Brandon Small.
Send it!
All right.
Or B, as he's known.
Yep, Big B. Big B.
Big B.
So we have some exciting stuff going on today. I'm really hoping that you guys are lining up to see what's going on. The first thing that we do have on is the Lake NPRC. So without further ado, I'm sure all of our listeners want to know that aren't local or RC fanatics. What is Lake NPRC?
Lake NPRC is a group that basically Brandon and I had started, 2 years ago, 2.5 years ago?
Yeah, just a bunch of buddies getting together.
Yep, getting together, having some fun, racing some two-wheel drive slashes, kind of going off of the rules that we had seen from a team that we really admire. The guys over in Santa Rosa, that would be Sonoma NPRC. Those guys are really just a step above and beyond everybody else out there, man. Gabe Abramson, dude, thank you very much for helping us get our start. Gabe is a great guy for those folks that don't know him. Fantastic dude. He was phenomenal with giving us information, helping us get over some of our hurdles and different things that, we came across as it, was our first year in the NPRC stuff, some things that we hadn't experienced before. So thank you a lot, Gabe. We really appreciate you. Brandon and I both, dude. So cheers, Gabe. Wherever you're at, brother. I know you're probably drinking your Crown. Hopefully you're watching.
Right on.
Right there with you.
So what made you guys want to start it to begin with? Like what wanted to bring you guys all together and like what gravitated all of you guys together to start this?
Well, previous to Brandon and I running this thing, there was a guy out there running it by the name of Mike. I don't want to fully drop names out of respect.
I know Mike.
I'm sure everybody knows who Mike is.
Yeah, Mike's a great guy.
Mike wasn't going to step up and run it anymore, and we really enjoyed running it. And so, through the winter months when everybody was working on their car, Brandon and I kind of gotten together. We did some work nights, as we call them.
There you go.
We get together, we pull the cars out. Everybody works together as a team. It's fantastic. I really, really love this hobby for that reason, dude, and especially the guys in my county. Not to say that guys in other counties don't work together and things like that, but we do it, as a big group, and everybody helps each other out immensely, and it's fantastic. Brandon helps a lot with parts. I do a lot with promoting things and getting stuff out there. Stan was our electrical guy. He did ESC repairs for us, took them apart and repaired them.
The good old days.
We had suspension guys. We had, motor guys. And now
we got Frank the Talker.
Yeah. Yep. Everybody calls me the mouth.
Sorry, guys. I'm laid back.
He was the one with the microphone.
Yeah.
He was indeed there every time.
Brandon.
Right.
So, it's been a lot of fun watching this stuff change from how we first got into it. Like I said, Mike didn't want to take it on anymore. So Brandon and I took it on and tackled the challenge head on.
So
asked
when we started with whatever you had, it didn't matter.
Yeah.
So from that point forward, what are some key steps that if there was somebody out there that wants to do what you guys are doing with the success that you guys are doing, what steps did you have to take in the foot of it to kind of make sure you guys were where you are now? I mean, I know nothing's a guarantee, but
yeah, that's very true, man. And I mean, honestly, we had no guarantees of people showing up.
We started as a group of guys, our friends.
Yeah, we had a bunch of buddies that bought all the same cars, and it was kind of the old school, trash talking. I'm faster than you, no, I'm faster than you. No, I did this and I found that.
That's the best part.
It
That's
is
the
man,
best part.
the trash talking or the track talking is
track
as we've
talking.
come to know it.
I like that.
Yeah, track talking.
We went from stock slashes to these.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's another thing I wanted to bring up. So, what? Okay,
Carbon
I just
fiber.
got a good
Cool.
look at that. But since I was on your guys' list, which was at last season, I don't know if it was towards the end or the middle of last season, but what kind of changes have you guys had in rules or in just the type of equipment you're allowed to run in the NPRC?
So basically, the changes that have been made is, and this was kind of a big one. It wasn't so much to the cars, more or less the way that we ran things. The way that the recall outs went. Remember that be the rule we changed. Basically, we had it set up so that if you lost a spot, you could come right back, call the other guy out, and have a chance to defend your spot. If you won, the other guy could come back and call you out, and best 2 out of 3 of that style won. It worked for a little while, but it did present a lot of issues as far as wear and tear on the vehicles. Plus we were trying to run about 3 to 4 rounds of racing a day.
Yeah, I remember.
That was extremely hard on the cars. It was expensive on parts. And it's just it was fun, but it was time to change some things. And so one of the first things that got changed was that rule. So now we have it set up so as that basically if you lose your spot, you don't get to come right back and call the guy out. We made it so that, basically you're drawing chips for your chance to call that dude out and get your spot back. Granted, the person that you race may not be the same person, but you have a chance to race for your spot. Or
so it's kind of like a lottery. It's more of, it makes it more fair for some of the smaller people that are trying to get noticed out there.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
It's less wear and tear. It's more fun that way.
Gotcha.
And I mean that is what this hobby is about. It's about fun.
Fun.
Which kind of it brings me to my next thing I kind of have been wanting to talk about. And we did see a show that Daniel Judd posted, and Ricky Vieira and Ricky Bellotti, or excuse me, not Ricky Vieira, Randy Vieira. Now I sound like Daniel. Much love, guys. Just the whole drama of, the NPRC stuff. I know that, trash talking is fun to a point, but it does hit a point where it's no longer fun and it does scare people away from the hobby, So, like the King of the Streets says, make NPRC great again. Ricky Bellotti, dude, you guys speak leaps and bounds about, being real racers.
That was the Vegas one you were telling me about.
Yes, that was the winner of the King of the Streets competition in Las Vegas. He took out.
Congratulations, by the way.
Some really heavy hitters.
He took out some real heavy hitters.
That's a mighty accomplishment. That's freaking awesome,
You
man.
guys from Hawaii.
Yeah, they raced against guys
cool.
from Hawaii. There was, I think it was 40 some odd entries.
It's amazing how big this. I want to say it's a sport. How big this sport is becoming.
That's about how I want to describe it. I mean, yes, it is a hobby. Ultimately, these are toys, but it's as serious as you want to make it, and that's kind of the idea behind everything, is how far you want to take it, and there's guys that have taken this to that level where you're paying $100 to race a toy car, but you're taking home almost 38 to $4,000 cash off of that toy car. So that's
and if you stand behind what you've built, then you shouldn't have a problem doing that.
Exactly. And I mean, I saw something the other night that was just, to me, unheard of in the RC world. I saw a guy, Daniel Judd, put up his $20,000 side-by-side for an RC car race, dude.
What?
Yes, that is how serious this has become. I love these dudes, man. They just
That's nuts.
the effort.
I mean,
and
I get
time that
it.
they put into
I get it.
everything is beautiful, dude. And I mean, to see that level of commitment and drive behind all this stuff is one thing I very much love. Like I said before, though, I really want to see the NPRC stuff go in a positive way. I want to see it go in a good way. I'm not on here to trash talk anybody or anything like that. I just wanted to kind of cover that and say that I agree with Ricky Bellotti. Making NPRC great again is right on, dude. Lake NPRC is on board with you guys. Much love to Daniel Judd, Ricky Bellotti, Randy Vieira, Gabe Abramson, all of you guys. Jake Rosin from Jake's Hobbies. Jake's Performance Hobbies is a fantastic shop. Man, they support the NPRC world to the fullest. They are doing shipping currently, so give them a phone call, 707-586-3375. And I know a bunch of you folks are stuck at home due to this whole COVID-19 thing that's going on.
Jake Shits.
Yep.
Jake Ships.
Has everything you need.
Yep.
I remember there was every single weekend or every week on Wednesday, because I have appointments down there on Wednesdays. I was taking orders from you guys. What do you guys need? I'm going to Jake's.
Yeah, I remember Stan going down there and picking up stuff
all
for
the
everybody,
time.
dude. He was down there doing his appointments and stuff. That was really cool. But that goes back to this whole thing of, an RC community.
The family.
It is a family. Everybody helps one another, dude. And that's one thing that's really cool about my town. Like I said, that I've noticed, we don't have an RC place that's really, really close. That's, as knowledgeable about this stuff as the guys at Jake's.
Yeah. It's quite a trip to get anywhere from where we're at.
Yeah.
Even to get to Jake's, even though that's your best bet, because it's not only the closest place, but it's where you're going to get the most knowledge.
Exactly.
So
I wish we had a hobby shop like that here.
Yeah.
I do too. They should, commercialize it and throw one up here.
Yep, that would be cool, dude, to get a shop like Jake's up here.
Jake's North.
Really awesome.
Do you guys have any events? I mean, I know with the current global situation that we're going through, are there still any events that are still on the calendar?
There is an event coming up that's what are they calling it? Race Wars.
Yeah.
Race Wars. Sounds like it should be in the desert.
Yes. Yes, there's obvious big inspirations there.
Right on.
But I actually have been in contact with some of the Sonoma NPRC crew, talking to some of those guys, and they are planning something that's called Race Wars, obviously waiting till this whole COVID-19 thing is over with and done with. For everybody's health and safety.
Yeah.
But hopefully it will spur a big showing of folks, with, like I said, all this downtime and guys building awesome cars and stuff like that. Buying
I'll
parts
be there
from
with my
Jake's,
5 cars.
Buying parts.
Five cars. Damn.
Buying parts
I
from
got 2 of them
Jake's,
too.
building these cars and coming out, to race. And so hopefully everybody will be as excited about it as we are.
I still have my old original here. Actually, here, let me pull it up. I don't know if any of you guys that have been up here remember the Green Goblin, aka the Willy Wonka Wheelie King.
Wheelie Wonka.
Wheelie Wonka.
Yes, I've got some video on YouTube, on my YouTube channel, Bowtie Brothers RC, of this car just wheelies on command anywhere it wanted to go.
People were like, "You can go so much faster if you take those wheelies." No. If I can't do the wheelies, I'm not going to do it.
But yeah, that's also something that we've learned a lot about, man. With suspension, is something that has come really into play this year.
I noticed the towers on his are nothing like I've seen. What are those even from? Are those actually for a slash or
the STRCs?
STR? So it's for drag racing.
It's for an
pretty
upgrade for a Traxxas slash. They're metal as opposed to plastic. They resist bending.
I noticed it's got a couple more mount holes and stuff on it too.
Yeah, they're a little more adjustable.
That's
and stuff
cool.
like that, but they are also added weight. Everybody's got their pros and cons that they want to see.
Of course,
every setup is different. Every car works differently.
I mean, I was writing my own programs for a minute, and I was beating people with a 3800.
Yeah, guys that had a 5700. Stan.
I was beating people with 3.5 Ts.
I remember
You
that,
know?
dude. That was insane. Your car was quick.
And it literally, the only thing that's changed is the battery came out of it and it got put on that shelf over there. So
it was hung up and just never messed
Trying to bring it back out.
well,
Yes,
I put it away
is.
wet.
Yes, it
You know, I
is.
put it away wet. It took a long time to dry.
Hey, rode hard, put away wet.
Exactly.
Time to bring it out and do the same thing, man.
Right.
As soon as this whole thing's over with.
So is there any shout outs? I know you did some earlier on your live feed, but I wasn't up yet. So is there any shout outs you wanted to get out there for all my listeners out there and all the people that are watching on YouTube?
I wanted to shout out to Jake's, man. Again, like I said, those guys have everything in stock, everything you could need from paint to bearings, wheels, tires, bodies, chassis,
carbon fiber
stuff,
Off the
rollers, information. Just those guys are out.
And if you want a fast car built, Daniel Judd builds them.
Yep, Daniel Judd, Judd RC Motorsports builds the cars now. He can build you a car that is wicked fast, like those guys.
Is that who I was watching on live YouTube the other night?
Yes.
Okay.
Sonoma nprc channel does
I met
a
him
show every Friday night
up here at the Bi-County event that you had last season.
Yes, yeah, the Bi-County event. I remember that. You remember the fastest pass B? Yeah. We had everybody come up. Yeah, Judd came up and laid a fast pass. I remember that, dude. That was 2.68 seconds. You know, was the time he laid down. Yeah, the next fastest time was a 2.77.
But what are you running now? Like, what are people getting to now? Oh, this season compared to what you were fastest pass last season?
I'm actually glad that you asked that question, Stan. So I actually want to answer that back in two parts. The first part of the answer back is we don't know. There's really real accurate way to time the cars. We've discovered that the Traxxas DTS1 Lite, it measures things in a way that just frankly does not make sense to a lot of us. A lot of drag racers have kind of stopped using it. Everybody's been searching for a way to accurately measure ET times and how fast we are actually going in a 132 foot quarter mile. I recently spoke with somebody from Sonoma again. Like I said, much to that Sonoma crew, these guys are just taking leaps and bounds in this sport. But I spoke with a guy. Sonoma. I spoke with a guy from Sonoma who gave me a little tidbit of information. Now, I can't say a whole lot about this. All I can say is that things are going to get really interesting, and I cannot wait to see what's coming to the plate pretty soon. You know, that's all I can say. I'm not going to get into any more.
That's leaving a really small crack to look through there, Frank. But yes. I understand. It's all part of the sport. It's because in this podcast and on this live, I'm announcing that nprc and playing with cars, little toy cars, it's a sport. Sport, and we're men playing a sport.
I mean, like I said earlier, dude, it's all in how serious you want to take it, you know. And there's guys that take the sport very seriously.
A lot of it's just to have fun.
Yeah, you know, a lot of it is just to have fun, and you meet some really good guys. You know, it's been really awesome. Like I said, you know, getting out there, getting racing, you know, and just meeting all these cool guys that have really similar experiences. You know, I've met a lot of guys that I, you know, can see why they do what they do.
Ooh.
You know, and there's a lot of automotive background. There's a lot of motorcycle background. There's a lot of et cetera, et cetera. You know, it just
everybody picks their niche and their favorite thing and implements it into the same thing. So you get to see that flair on everybody's car, the individuality of everybody's car.
Yes, the personality of the car comes out at that point, dude. It's cool getting to meet all these folks. I mean, we have everybody racing on our list from 12 years old, 13 years old, all the way up to
we just started junior
50,
class.
That's awesome.
56, 55,
that is 60-ish.
Awesome. Yeah, we have some really fast.
We didn't have anybody that young when I was racing with you guys. I mean, it was still getting started. but
Our number
that's
9's
awesome.
like, I think 13, 12.
Yeah, our number 9 is like 12 or 13 and fast, man. Consistent and fast. Like,
well, I'm gonna have to get my kids down there and
That's my buddy from Mendo, Dave Lamb the third.
oh yes, Mendo NPRC.
It's his daughter.
They have a list going now up in Ukiah. Get in touch with Dave Land, I believe is how it's posted on Facebook. Mendo, giving you guys some love as well.
all right.
Want to see some county racing going on, guys, when this whole thing lifts. This COVID-19 stuff really is a bummer.
I don't mean to interrupt you, but I can't stop. What the hell is that? Like, I've never seen a chassis like that. I mean, I've been out of it a little bit.
Carbon
Like,
fiber.
what the hell is it though? Like,
Who is it made by, Brandon?
RCRI.
Who's RCRI?
Yep.
Is that the Black Widow chassis?
No, it's not.
No? Okay.
Go Hollywood.
A little XR10, a little Hobby Wing 5.5, a little XT90 battery.
Yeah.
Just a little.
I mean, because
power
you
going
know,
on
Have
there.
the same car built with 3.5.
because you're not you can't fit two actual 12-volt car lugs under the chassis of that
I'm
thing.
actually just ordered a chassis from a kid.
That's awesome.
Oh, man.
Right on. Well, there is a couple of other things I wanted to bring up. I'm not sure. Do you guys have anything you guys wanted to bring up that I haven't covered in the NPRC portion of the segment? Because if there's anything you guys want to bring up or anything you guys want to talk about,
I'll try to figure it all out. I'm new to this.
hey, I'm new too.
This is the first show, man. I figured it probably
usually
wasn't gonna
alone.
go this easily.
I'm usually alone.
Frank's the talker for NTRC.
I'm not alone. But I do have some other questions that are not so-called NPRC related. If
We crawl too.
that's where I was going next. All right.
That's
Somebody came prepared. All right.
right.
Yeah, that's
I'm
my
pretty-
rig there.
I'm pretty sure.
I would never tell you Lottie though.
Yeah, Brandon's a Mopar guy. That's all right. Everybody learns at some point.
Hey, everybody. I got a slow par out there.
Right.
No, sorry. It's a Town and Country. That's a Chrysler. My bad. I'm not even going to say it's even close.
Same stable.
So, B,
So-
what started your RC adventure? What got you into this in the beginning of it?
Really, I started out crawling.
Crawling? How long ago was that?
Probably. Well, I started out Nitro.
Nitro. I had my
But-
fair share of nitros.
I forgot about that stuff. Just stayed in the closet.
That's,
Then probably
that's
like
prehistoric stuff nowadays, man.
4 years
Jeez.
ago, I started crawling. I probably didn't do 300 RCs since then.
That was one of my questions. That was one of my questions. Like, how many RCs have you gone through?
I'm down to like 23 at home.
That's pretty good for you.
Right?
I mean, I've seen your collection on the
I buy and sell them all the time.
ever-changing collection. Yeah, and I'm sure everybody that's listening on the people that listen to me normally, because this isn't their normal wheel. I don't want to say we're gearheads, we're geeks. I mean, it's everything comes podcast. But for anybody that out there that doesn't know, what is Send It?
Send it. It's just the thing that me and my buddies started with RCs and we were playing around. Everybody had their own clubs and stuff, so we just
Just kind of blew up.
blew up. Sent it.
It was a club for all of us to get together and everybody to go out and bash and crawl and drag race and.
I've always wanted to ask, but I didn't want to sound like that guy in the crowd. Like, I should know this,
Nope, you never know unless you ask, man. And there's no such thing as a bad question.
So, do you guys have any events coming up for crawling or anything that to look forward to on that side of the spectrum?
Oh, we was crawling, kind of took it downhill.
Yeah, crawling did slow down there for a little while, but I'm not selling my crawler off. I've seen a lot of guys selling them off for the drag cars. I get it. I understand funds and stuff like that.
Is it just not big anymore anywhere, or is it?
Well, there's a lot of people that still do it.
There's a lot of guys that still do it. Just around here in Lake County, there's not enough of everybody to kind of spread between the two hobbies, and so it kind of tends to be a herd migration
I
kind
want
of
to
a
throw
thing.
you fan again.
I just remember seeing Axial Fest and this and that and everything. I mean,
Uh-huh.
all year last year, the year before, it was all crawler stuff, and I haven't seen anything. Actually, the one thing I did see, and I didn't even know it existed, was a buddy of mine, Anthony. We all know Anthony. Posted this SCX 10.3.
Yes.
Like,
the
what the
SCX
hell is
10-3.
that?
Dude, that
Like,
thing is cool.
It came out the woodworks. Didn't even know it existed.
Dude, it's okay. So it's got a dig unit on it. I believe there's
What?
dig unit basically locks up the rear differential and allows the front end to spin.
So you can
freely.
keep your radius turns.
So you can actually turn on a dime as opposed to turning in a radius. So you can make a sharper left hand or right hand turn.
And it's lockable and unlockable.
It's lockable and unlockable, so you can actually take the rear in
That's
and out of
interesting.
gear,
Off the
so to
servo,
speak.
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Plus, it also comes with a 2-speed transmission, which
Is that a servo driven? Like in
I believe it is.
What is a TRX?
TRX4? Yes,
Okay.
I believe it's
That's
similar
what it
to
looks
that
like to me.
design. I think it is 2-speed servo driven.
Front mount engine.
Front mounted engine. I believe it also comes with a scale engine cover that goes over that, if I'm not mistaken.
About
Or
time.
it could be a receiver box. Don't quote me on that.
Do you have
I just-
anybody
I thought I
that's
saw something
making
cool.
any of those cool little RC accessories?
Oh, I know one guy, I'm sure, that has something in the works. Some folks out there in RC land might know him. RC Mayhem Garage, my buddy Ronald Rousseau. Ron, if you're watching, love you, brother.
Ron, I can't wait to get my cones.
Speaking of scale accessories, getting a little bit back to the NPRC stuff, Ron does some pretty cool scale accessories for the drag racing stuff now.
What can you put on there that's scale?
Oh, dude, he makes turbos that like stick up out of the hood, so it's a little more scale looking.
All right.
Dude, there's little like turnout exhaust pipes on the side that bolt on there. They're
So
really,
it'll come
really
down
nice.
like a
a
Corvette
turnout
side
or a
pipe.
Yeah, dude, it looks
Yeah.
really, really cool.
There's
That's
guys out there in
freaking
the
rad.
blocks, too.
Yep, there's guys out there doing bead locks. I think Ron's also doing I think he's also doing parachutes that bolt to the back of the car for more scale look. So he's got some pretty cool stuff going on.
Ron,
Dude. Ron's
totally radial, bro.
Yeah,
That's
Ron's
totally
got some-
radial.
Ron's got some pretty cool stuff going
That's
on, man.
awesome.
Out there, RC Mayhem.
Being
Garage,
able to
folks.
diversify, that's cool. That's awesome. I like to hear that it's not only a crawler thing for him. That he's able to just throw down that 3D art and put it in everybody's direction. That's awesome.
Oh, dude, Ron's a very versatile guy, dude. He can print a lot of different things, do a lot of different stuff. Custom orders. I mean, if you're willing to pay for it, dude, he's got the time and the know-how to get it done.
That's
and make
awesome.
It look very cool.
And that's located where?
That's located in Upper Lake, California, I believe. If you look him up on Facebook, it's
Okay.
RC Mayhem Garage. Can't miss him, man. Excellent guy. You can actually message him on Facebook. He'll get back to you usually within a day or so.
I heard he's got an awesome beard too.
I don't know about that. I haven't seen Ron in a while. He's been hiding out in his back cave.
Last time I saw him, yeah, he had a pretty awesome beard.
I don't know about this whole beard thing. I don't grow too much on my face, man.
Hey, I got this stuff you can put on there, and it just like nothing, dude.
I don't know about from my face, but I might
Okay.
look funny.
I got noises for them both, bro. So, of all the C cars that you guys have both owned, what's your guys' favorite that you either have gotten rid of that you have just regretted every single second after you've gotten rid of it, or that you still own today?
Well, the one that I sold, I actually got rid of 2B for my drag car here. Ironically,
Speaking of getting rid of crawlers,
yeah, get rid of crawlers. B, imagine that, folks. No, I got rid of it to B. It went to another guy. He had it for a while, let his kid drive it, and then after his kid drove it, he I think sold it back to B, and I got it back from B. So that's the only one I've ever.
So you ended
wanted
up
to
getting
get
it back.
I did end up.
So it
getting
came
back.
full circle. Epic.
Yep.
And you're not getting rid of it again, you
It's
said?
crazy.
Absolutely not.
How many cars you get back? It's crazy.
Yeah,
I
it's pretty funny.
actually, my first crawler was because of B also. He ended up grabbing it up off of Facebook, and he's like, hey, you know what? I know times are tough right now. Get me back what you can. And then that weekend, he's like, you just better show up to this freaking crawl. And sure enough, I was there. He's all, it's my buddy's birthday. You better be there. So we all showed up for that crawl out there. I made RC Mayhem Garage was out there also. I believe that was, I don't know if I can give a full name, but a buddy of ours, Clinton, it was his birthday out there.
Okay.
We all went out there and had a birthday crawl.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
That was a
I
good
think
time.
Clinton's birthday was a couple days ago.
Was it?
Clinton's birthday was a couple days ago.
I think so.
Oh,
Well, happy birthday.
Well, happy birthday, Clinton.
Happy birthday, brother.
Hey, bro. Better
Right
late
on.
than never. Love you, buddy.
Right on.
I think actually Ron's birthday was here not too long
Ron
ago
got
too.
to,
Yeah.
yeah.
Happy birthday,
Happy
Ron.
birthday, Ron. All right. So yeah, that's pretty much all I had for my questions for you guys. That's kind of been picking at my brain when it came to the NPRC subject, because I scroll through Facebook quite a bit, and
Everybody's welcome to come check it out.
and what is it, Lake NPRC
Yes.
on Facebook?
So if you go on Facebook groups and you search out Lake NPRC, you can find us. There in Facebook groups. We race every second and fourth Sunday of the month, usually when we're not sheltering in place.
So damn it, Corona, go away.
That's right. Corona, go away so I can smoke the tires away.
Right? Get that damn Corona out of here and bring in some 805.
That's right. Yes.
like
805 or nothing.
Sponsor. You need to sponsor this man right here.
I'm not a drunk.
He will bathe in it. He just loves the way it smells and tastes. He
Ah,
washes his cats and
it
dogs
drinks so
in it.
nicely. Also want to say
On the
thank
course,
you
I
to BP Custom Chassis, if I didn't already. BP is just an awesome company, guys. They have a bunch of stuff crawler related. They have B-lock rings. They have chassis. They have sliders.
I got some of their beadlock rings.
Yes, their beadlock rings and stuff are awesome. Actually, I think didn't you get that one of our events, Dan?
That was at the Fastest Pass. That was over at the Bi County event.
Man, and speaking of sponsors and stuff at that event, dude, we have some sponsors. Remember that?
I was still number one on the list in that event.
I remember. You were the king at that
I
point.
was.
Dude. Man, we've had some list changes over the time we've been running.
So technically, because I gave the crown up because of a position I mentally was in. So I didn't want to be in a position of making anything happen out in public or anything like that. And I didn't want to embarrass myself or anybody. So I gave up the crown because I was going through some personal issues myself. So that being said, technically I'm undefeated.
Well, hey, if you want to put it that way, that is awesome. Bring that thing back.
I will bring it down, and
bring it down, and let's.
And you can wipe that booger off the track.
No, I honestly, dude, I would like to have you back out there.
I really want to get back out there with you guys. The only thing that's got me is I just feel like I'm so far behind, but I don't know until I go out there and throw it down on the line and see what it does against you guys. So
very true, man. I mean, if you ever want to test, dude, dude, we're always out and down to test. And then not only that, jumping back to the dudes from Sonoma, I know I keep going back and quoting them, dude, but they're an awesome example of sportsmanship and
we have a couple on our list now.
Wanting to help people be faster. Those guys truly are the definition of great people.
And that's dedication. If they're coming all the way from down there up here, just
not only that, we have a guy coming from Vallejo to be on our list.
See, that's awesome.
There's a dude coming down from what Wills.
Yeah.
And he's quite fast as well. He took number one spot for
it blew up
a little while. And then our good friend Uli took the spot back.
Uli, how's it going,
watching, brother? Hey,
how's it going, brother? Watching. Hope you can get down here for an interview soon too.
Much love, my man. How many viewers we got on the live feed there, Stan? Can you see it all?
One
on my phone. How many viewers we got?
One. You have 20. You have 20 live people right now.
Live people.
Oh, look, Uli just commented. Right on.
Yeah.
Right on, brother. Thank you.
Much love, my man.
Right on. That's killer.
Yeah, that's our good friend there, man. It just the sportsmanship of the whole thing has been a ton of fun to watch us. I've really enjoyed watching these shows that Daniel and those guys have put on to help everybody get to that competitive level so that, guys like us aren't left in the, we're not struggling to figure things out, spending tons of money. And
they're like, hey, you want to be there? You're going to have to learn how to drive, but everything you need is already put into this package. Go practice.
Yep.
That's all you're going to need to do now is go practice. You can be with the best.
Yep. And, Daniel has said it, and I'm a firm believer in it as well. Not every car is the same. And so every setup can't be identical, but it'll be a rough ballpark and get you close. And, you're going to have to learn to drive your car a little bit.
Everybody's got their own
learning on both
tuning.
spots, That's another aspect of this hobby that I really like is actually learning to drive the car. There's no gyros allowed doing this stuff. There's no kind of AVC, no TQIs. And, to the guys that think you're going to sneak by, we have techs now. We have actually 6 track officials this year.
Wow, that got loud.
Yeah, it did. I'm messing with it. My bad.
God damn you, Frank.
Hey, it's okay. It's okay. Fucking.
But no, we have 6. We have 6 track officials this year that actually tech the cars. We check things, make sure that you have no gyros going. We check battery voltages to make sure that you are actually running 8.4.
So you're not slugging your batteries like.
No, nobody's slugging batteries. Nobody's doing none of that business. We are actually teching.
Let's stick batteries don't work no more.
What?
I said let's stick with batteries don't work.
Yeah,
Oh,
we are
man.
trying to stick to the rules a little bit harder, and it's actually been a lot of fun.
So it's just your standard. You're still doing light.
Yep, 2-cell lipo, 8.44 max, or an equivalent if you can find a nickel metal hydrate that's worth.
And
your
you guys
time.
still have the same chassis regulations.
Same chassis regulations,
Same
12
wheelbase,
to 13 inch,
Okay.
Short course based. Short course, I believe, meaning you must have a transmission, nothing live axle. That's something that I don't see a lot of guys talking about. I've seen a lot of stuff about wings. I've seen a lot of stuff about, using different compounds on the tires and stuff like that, which, that's something I want to bring up as well. Compounds on the tires, guys. I understand a tire softener. I get it, and again, quoting back to some Sonoma guys, there is a small amount of the real world stuff that applies, and there is a small amount of real world stuff that does not apply. And so, too much of a good thing is a bad thing. A lot of tire softener I can see being really, really bad.
See, I never used it. I still have still got a couple of sets of those exact tires I was
Street
running.
Fighters?
Yep.
Is that what those are?
Yep.
Oh man, I burned a set or two of those often.
Yep.
Wow. Yeah, we've all, changed different tires and tried different things, but saucing the tires is something that to me is not okay. And, it really burns my bacon when I hear that there was a huge race and that kind of stuff was used and not called on. Even though that dude still lost or whatever
It should have been brought to someone's attention.
It should have been brought to someone's attention.
I agree.
Called and,
I agree.
And teched out.
But in all racing, there's no problem.
Every racing has its problems.
Yeah.
That's
Race
right.
real cars.
Especially
And there's always one guy's like, well, of course he's going to be able to get away with it.
Yep.
If I tried to do that, there's no way. There's always
always
I've been that guy. I ain't gonna lie, but I know that guy that I won against was that guy right afterwards. It's there's a lot of skepticism in this stuff, and I still can't believe how in depth this stuff really is getting. Like, it blows me away what you guys are doing.
Last race, so we had 18 cars.
We had 18 cars. Yeah, is that the race you were in Oregon? I believe it was, right? You were out of state.
Yeah, speaking of, we're gonna go next weekend.
Right on.
But yeah, that race there was 18 people. Man, we had 10 guys on our regular list and 8 people trying for the list, and I was running it by myself with the help of the officials. It actually went fairly smoothly. I was really surprised.
Except for Frank took my slot.
Well, what can
Did
I
he?
say? What
Oh,
can
you
I say?
left and he
Every
took your
time
spot?
this guy
Every
and I are
time.
supposed to
Every
race,
time
man,
I
he's
leave.
conveniently out of town.
That's
I
awesome.
can't say anything. I really don't want to race B. He's got a fast car, and he's a hell of a driver. B, I hope I don't ever have to race you.
Well,
But,
hold this helps me now.
oh man, everybody.
This thing
there.
touring.
What is that? Tell everybody that's seeing what exactly is that over there?
This is a secret weapon, quote unquote. Don't want to give away all the tips.
That's
and
$800
secrets.
one. This is the Fatala.
$800, you said?
No, there's the $800 one. This is the $300.
Oh, okay. Whew, I was gonna see. I need that. I need to pay my rent. Right on.
Yeah, it's been cool watching the NPRC stuff grow, man, and RC. Just since I've been doing the hobby, you asked a little bit earlier about how everybody got their start into the RC stuff, and I got my start about 4 years ago, roughly 4 or 5. I hurt myself. I was in a wheelchair for about a year. In fact, one of the very first times I went out and did any kind of a RC group event, I was in a wheelchair. My brother was pushing me around in the mud. I'm not even kidding.
Yes.
That was when I had my 10-2. Actually, that one truck there on the end, when it was bone stock, I was being pushed around in a wheelchair in the mud, playing with my RC.
I still have a bone stock 10-2 sitting behind that curtain over there. Nothing's been done to it at all. Out of the box. Okay. My wife drove it around, and that was it.
Speaking
That
of
was it?
crawling, I'm gonna crawl after this.
Yeah, right?
I got a little bit of a course out here. I mean, if you were to start to finish, it would take you about 45 minutes to get through my rugged course that goes all the way up, because there's an acre up here that I've got some stuff going.
Anybody down for a rock race? I'll put 5 on it, man.
I don't have.
Sorry,
I
I got the racing gene on my
I need to get a speed controller. Did you happen to bring the speed controllers you spoke of?
I did not, but I can grab those.
I called you on it though. You told me to call you on it.
Yep. Thanks for calling me on it. On the air, live, on Bonehead
Live.
Radio.
Broken Head Radio.
Broken Head Radio. I did that on live too, I think. I said Bonehead Radio, not Broken Head.
Yeah.
God, I'm a
And for-
bonehead.
Need to Frank to talk.
For those that you don't know, the reason that it is called Broken Head Radio is because a couple of years ago I was at work and I got attacked and had my head bashed against a curb, and I kind of have had some weird tics and haven't been the same since. So I'm getting used to my voice again and getting it out there for all of you guys to judge and listen to. So enjoy.
Like it or not, I'm in your ear. Take it or leave it.
I don't know if I take it in the ear. I'm gonna have to leave that one there.
Okay, take it how you want, buddy.
Right. Is there anything you guys want to add? Any subjects you want to bring up? B, you're awfully quiet over there. You got these badass
Frank's
headphones
my
on.
talker.
B's not much of a talker, really, man. I mean,
I'm a
he'll
racer.
hit on some key points. B
I need to
will
get you a
step
vest
up,
and a leash then
Right?
What?
for B.
You ask
He's my
me questions,
talker.
I'll tell
He's my
you.
talker.
He's my barker. Down, boy. Sit.
That would be perfect. He's my train talker.
Right?
Oh,
Everybody in
man.
the nprc world needs a Frank.
Everybody needs a Frank.
Everyone needs a Frank.
Frankfurter.
Frankfurter. I'm limited, baby. LTD.
LTD.
LTD. Oh man.
What was
Yeah,
it? What was it? Brought to you by Carl's Jr. What movie was that? I can't remember what movie that was. Idiocracy.
Idiocracy. Yes.
He's like,
Yes.
why do you keep saying that? It's because I get money every time I do. And you say you're the smartest person in the world.
Oh no, he's talking about Brondo.
Brondo.
It's got the electrolytes plants crave.
That's what plants crave. Electrolytes.
Oh man. How many people we got watching on the live feed now? What does it look like?
You're at 27. You gained 7 since we
Wow,
started
holy smokes.
just
They're
throwing.
probably sick of us.
Wow, dude, there's people actually watching this.
Yeah, that's
It's
awesome.
just poor folks stuck at home with nothing to do, man. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys can hear me and I'm not making everybody deaf and stuff.
I should have made my talk show called Serenity Now.
Serenity now. Shh.
Yeah.
Drink your 805.
Tell us your secrets on your car,
You
Frank.
know, that's what I don't get is when you tip it completely upside down, it's not an 805. It's a 208.
No, you need to drink more 805.
You need to stand on the roof and drink your 805.
Brought to you by 805.
So other
Broken
than
Head
the
Radio.
RC stuff, what have you guys been up to? I know you're still working. Where do you work, Frank?
Yeah, I'm up there at Hillside Power Sports Marine in Lakeport, 2575 South Main Street. We are currently operating during this COVID-19 business, although it is by appointment
Lake County
only.
strong.
So please give us a phone call. We'll see what we can do to try to accommodate you. You know, we are running limited staff due to the 19 stuff that's going on. So please just have patience with us, and we'll do our best to try to accommodate you.
I really
No,
wish I knew who brought the 19 into the 20, man.
19 into the 20, man.
Right.
2020's canceled. Please,
Hopefully
please
it's a race.
check back 2021. We'll see if we can get things going.
I know that's crazy. All our schools up here are canceled till the end of the year.
Yeah, till the end of the year, basically. Don't come back till next year.
Yeah.
Everybody's on this, what is it, learning at a distance? Is that what it's
Yeah.
called? Learning at a distance? I think
Yeah, and then they got telecommuting.
yeah, telecommuting.
They make it sound like it
That kind of
takes a
stuff.
long time to get to the internet from their house. You know what I mean?
Oh man.
Like I had to get up and I had to plug this jack.
Man, I had to drag my ass to the keyboard, turn the computer on, and then it took forever to boot up.
Have you noticed almost like what is it? Channel 2, Channel 7, Channel 4, all of them that are doing these telecommunications for their job, the work from home. If you noticed, all of their cameras except for the weather guy is waist up. Like they're so used to being on the air that they're behind a table. So that I guarantee they're not even wearing pants.
They're at home just doing this whole broadcast.
And poor Jim over here that does the nightly weather. He always does nightly weather, so he never gets to sit down. So of course he's in a pair of khakis, because.
Yeah, hi. My name's Jim. I wear khakis.
So right here on the couch we have a soaking. Oh man, that's my dog. That's not actual rain day.
Oh,
that's awesome.
What do you got going on over here, Bees? These people watching us, commenting.
Am I boring you? Hey, can you at least go on mine? So
do we got any questions, dude? Do we have anybody that wants to ask us anything?
Yeah, if there's any questions that are live, bring them on up.
Yeah,
man.
let's get these questions, man.
Thanks to talk to.
Oh, I see 40 minutes ago, Ricky Bellotti was watching. What's up, Ricky? Robert,
how's it going?
Katie, what's up, guys?
Sorry, we should have listened to
Dante. What's up, bro? Oh, let's see. That was 38 minutes ago. Hopefully, they're still watching. Let's see here.
Oh no, you dropped some. We're at 22, man.
Oh,
You're
22.
dropping some.
That's
yeah.
all right. That's all right. Oh, I totally forgot to mention. So,
how's it going, Dustin?
We actually spoke with Ricky Bellotti, and I haven't officially asked Daniel Judd. I'm sure he would be willing to schedule some time in to come up and do an interview. But Ricky definitely did say he would be down to come up and give an interview on Broken Head Radio. I would definitely be excited to ask him some questions, learn a little bit about, the things that he's accomplished in his short time doing this. I understand Ricky's only been doing this like 6 months. Somewhere
6 months.
6 months, dude, somewhere around in there, and
That's
he's
nothing.
already accomplished this great of a thing. I mean,
That is freaking epic.
that dude has one
Right
hell
on.
of a future in this sport, dude. I really cannot wait to see where he goes in the next few years. It's fantastic, and he is paired up with one of the groups of guys up there, man. He's got Gabe running the show, keeping things smooth and flowing. He's got Daniel helping him out and giving him pointers where he can, and he's also doing his own thing, trying his own stuff, much like the rest of us. We all do. I know Randy has been working on his Team Associated, and he's trying different stuff with that. And from my understanding, Randy's a real fast guy.
What other cars? Other than the Traxxas stuff that you would typically see out there, like what was out there when I was out there last? What other brands are you seeing hit the track?
There's, I believe it's the Team Associated DR10. Is due to be released here soon, or is already released. Not out
released,
yet.
Though, not.
Okay, so it hasn't come back into stock yet. Something like that.
Okay.
The DR10 though is supposed to be a really fast car. I'm really curious to see what it's going to do out of the box.
Has anybody made an SC10 work yet?
I'm sure there's been guys trying stuff. I heard Randy Vieira at one point talking about some SC10. I'm sure he may have tried some things. Randy, if you're out there, dude, go ahead and chime in.
Yeah.
Might be a little delayed answering those questions, but we got B here watching.
We got people coming in. We got
people coming in.
Yeah, Associated and Losi.
Associated and Losi, huh?
What's that?
I don't.
No, it's not updating.
Are you listening to that on your phone?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was like, whoa, I'm hearing myself,
Yeah,
but like from
what?
5 minutes ago. Like I went back to the future.
It's a repeat.
Just proof that these things can hit 88 miles an hour, man.
Yeah, but you got to have 1.21 gigawatts, otherwise this does not work, man. You got to have that output, or
exactly.
These XT60 plugs will just melt together and melt your car to the ground.
I have a makeshift in my thing that looks like a DeLorean back there behind B's head.
The drift car.
Remember the little display I put in there to make it look like a flux capacitor,
yes,
so it can get the 1.21 gigawatts to cellular time travel possible. So you can slideways one way, and then on the other side you'll be catching traction.
That's right. I forgot all about that, dude. Yeah, Stan, like I was saying earlier, Stan was the electrical guy for our team. For those of you on Lake NPRC that are watching and didn't know, Stan was on our team for a while. He dropped off to take care of some personal issues. He did a lot with electronics back in the day. He's a very knowledgeable guy. So if you have questions about doing certain stuff, I've seen him take ESCs apart and repair them. To me, that's a genius. That's a genius feat, because I can't do that. I'm sure there's guys out there going, "Oh, it's easy." But you know what? My ass. I can't do it. So Stan was our electrical guy. Stan, again, dude, I want to get you back out there.
And
racing, brother.
I got to put a lot of that. I mean, a lot of what I learned was zapped into me, physically zapped into me as a kid. And I got to give all that credit to my dad because he used to have
I thought you were going to say like aliens or something.
No. I mean, I guess in a way, I could have thought it was like that because I was like 5, 6 years old and he had a 20-volt train track. Remember the ones that had a crank on it that you can crank the voltage up to make the train go faster?
Yeah.
He'd be like, "Hey, stick your tongue on the track," and I'd stick my tongue on the track. And it'd be like, "Oh, like that tickled, cool, like a 9-volt." Like, do it again, and then he'd crank that bitch up, yeah, you know. And then, but I mean, you can't fault him because I kept coming back for more. Like, do it again, Pop. Come on, let's do it again. You know, so I couldn't. So I was very intrigued by electricity. I still am. I'm not. I believe it's because I'm not afraid of it, I guess. A lot of people are scared of electricity and shocked to the point where it's going to kill you. And let me tell you, it can happen. And it possibly happened to me a couple of times. I don't know. Maybe the second time I fell and hit the ground, it started my heart back up. I've been hit with 680 volts, you know, European 680, working on some bottling machines and stuff. I mean, I've been thrown across 20-foot shops.
Oh my gosh.
You don't feel it though, because you stand up and you're just kind of like, whoa, you know.
Yeah, Frank tells me what this 50C tastes.
Yeah, you licked the battery yourself, man. I'm not dumb enough to try that. Fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice, shame on you.
You'd be all right. It's direct voltage. It's direct current. It's direct current. You'd be all right. It won't shock you.
Yeah. Speaking of safety and stuff, man, electrical safety. Battery safety is something that I'd like to see people practice more of. I realize that we all get out there, on the track, we get in a rush, things like that, and I see guys throw their batteries on chargers in the back of their cars and things. Dude, a lipo bag, you can get them real cheap, $21 plus tax, something like that.
And that's for probably a couple of them in a pack.
No,
or a big one,
one good size bag, dude. You could probably charge 2-3 batteries in it at a time, something like that. But just invest in a good lipo bag, dude. $20 to save your $20,000 to $60,000 vehicle that you drove to the track that's actually going to get you home. To me, it seems like a no-brainer.
So there's another topic I would like to bring up that I didn't bring up earlier, and you guys that are listening or watching can chime in. Please do if you can. It's kind of I didn't want to bring up because I know one of the things one of them is going to be coming up. But what have you guys seen on track disasters? Like, have you had any batteries blowing up? Have you had any ESCs catch fire? Have you had anybody get hit in an Achilles tendon or you know what I mean? Is there anything that you can say that's really stood out here?
I seen a car get ran over.
Yep, seen a car get run over.
By another car?
The real car.
By a real car. People not paying attention and actually driving a 1-1 car over the track and driving over one of the drag cars. We've had that happen. So
was it somebody that was participating?
No, it was somebody just trying to check the track out and didn't realize that there was a track there, even though we had bright orange cones against the black concrete, or black asphalt. But whatever.
A girl get hit.
Yeah,
I remember that.
That was the worst one, I think. There was a girl that got her ankle shattered, from my understanding. But I mean, she was warned not 3 seconds before that happened to move away from where she was standing, and she flat ignored the person that warned her because she had some kind of a downhearted thing with that person.
Yeah, it wasn't like right off the line either. It was about halfway down the track, wasn't it? So
yeah, about halfway down the track. So
by that
the car
point,
had time to build momentum.
Anything can happen at that point. I mean, at that point, being close, you could have a tire fly off and smack you in the face. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and it wouldn't feel good. I mean, that car was moving, I'd say probably 35, 40 miles an hour, and it was the guy that built that car was testing an aluminum chassis of all things. So,
I remember that.
It was a very rigid car, so I mean, it hit her with some velocity. It had some weight behind it. That gal was in some pain, But like I said, she was warned. We had one of our veteran drivers, warn her, and she just flat did not listen because she didn't like him. So, to the folks that are going to be out there on the tracks and, having your kids around and stuff, that's awesome. Bring your kids out. We love seeing that stuff. In fact,
be mindful and safe.
Here in Lake NPRC, we have a kids class. Bring them out. We'd love to get
junior
a full
class.
10,
get the juniors out there
going. But please just be mindful of the track and the area of where
You got stuff
everybody is
coming
at.
in, or no, maybe not you, but you do. You got all kinds of stuff, but I can't see it because
Do we have questions coming in? It looks like
I want to say
my phone is taking the feed, so I can't
there's
answer any questions. What do we got, B?
yeah, like Gabe said, curbs suck.
Yeah.
Right on.
Yeah.
So Anthony,
Yeah. Let's
How's it
see
going,
here.
Anthony?
You were talking earlier about
Peace.
catastrophes on the track, dude. We actually went to Sonoma and we saw a guy cream all of his cars. Was it all of his cars, B?
Wing said sneak out. He can't hear you. What?
Wing said to speak up. He can't
Yeah,
hear me.
Me, Frank, or Brandon.
Okay, so we need to get closer to the mics here. Let's move things around a little bit. There we go. Oh, I moved the mic. Mic's coming off.
Oh no! What are you
no.
doing?
I'm destroying the equipment here in the studio.
Okay. There you go. Hey.
Gabe said curbs
You're good.
suck.
You're good. You can't really hurt it.
Right.
So what did he say?
Uh,
Did he say which microphone was
It's on Facebook, so probably Frank's.
Oh yeah, they probably can't hear mine on Facebook.
I'm
Sorry, Facebook viewers, if you guys can't hear me. I'm sitting here at Stan's house. You guys are all on a tripod at home. I have to kind of sit.
If
far away
you
so
guys
can
want to
see
hear
everybody.
all of the audio that's coming through, you can visit Broken Head Radio on YouTube because it's streaming live there, or you can get the aftercast on Spreaker, Spotify, iTunes, Podcast, Google. I mean, you name it. You type in Broken Head Radio and you'll find it. Sorry, didn't mean to interrupt you.
And 805 gives me the curse to speak on air.
It's not 805.
It is.
We already went
805.
through that.
You're
It's
looking at a screen.
208.
You're looking at a screen. It's backwards.
If you turn it sideways, it's infinity zero.
Well, it's not infinity can. There is an end to this.
But not if you get a sponsorship.
Sponsorship would be nice, but they sometimes just don't hear you.
What if they're like,
if you're listening, reach out to me, Karen Frank Fields on Facebook.
what would you do if they're like, hey,
They also can hear now.
we'll do you a favor, we'll sponsor you, but the only problem is we're going to give you little 10-ounce cans.
Can you supply me with enough 10-ounce cans that I can live in this whole COVID-19 thing going on?
Well,
It is hard to afford beer.
but could you imagine how the podcast would have been if you had 10-ounce cans? It'd be like, yeah, everybody, how's it going? Pretty good. This is Broken Header. You just, like, every 10 seconds you'd be pounding a little mini beer, like those little Tops apple.
It'd be a beer
You
sipper.
know,
Beer sipper. Somebody give me a nipple. I need a beer sipper.
I need a sipper. Slippery sipper.
So what questions do we have, B? I know I've asked that a couple times. Let's see. What do we got going on here? Gabe said curves like to hurt drag cars. Yes, they do, Gabe. You have a good point there, brother. Let's see. Freddie Ham said he can hear me. Rich said he can hear me nice and loud. What's up, guys? Freddie, Rich, Wing, Gabe, you guys.
How's it going, guys? Oh,
Can't
that's
wait to
right.
get back racing.
That's where I saw the turbos. They were on Wing's car, weren't they?
Yeah, they were on Dustin's car. Dude.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
That
Yeah,
was-
Ron's the one that makes those, dude. RC Mayhem Garage. Again, guys, 3D scale accessories. For those of you that are at home building your scale garages, taking pictures of your car, which, by the way, I want to see some more pictures and more videos from all the guys on the Lake NPRC stuff. It's been like dormant on the page. I've been watching a lot of B post his stuff. Don't get me wrong. I love B to death. But I want to see more of my team. Come on, guys. Where you at here? Show me some love.
Yeah, get it.
Post
Next
some more
video,
pictures.
shoot, I'll post some Scale D-locks that I got from Scaled by Chris.
Ooh, we got some products coming in.
They're on my daughter's car right
B's
now.
trying out some different
You
stuff.
some neon colors and stuff too. You get different color schemes going.
Hey,
Yeah.
I know Ron can
Some
make
neon
some
pink.
neon
We got,
rings, dude. Ron can do anything you wanted.
We got Holt doing our stickers now.
Who?
We got Holt, Justin.
Justin
Holt?
Holt, yeah, dude, he's doing some stickers for us. They're gonna look pretty good. I'm excited to see.
I want to say I know him, but
He runs the El Diablo
No, he
red
came
Sonoma.
after you. Well,
Yeah, he came in after you split.
him and some.
He's posted a lot on the Lake NPRC page.
but does he have a crawler?
No, he doesn't have
Okay,
a crawler.
because his
He's-
name sounds familiar, like it was like an event that I partaked at, and he was there, so it could have been, or it's just stuff that I see on Facebook because he posts a lot.
Who was that?
I recognize the name.
I heard that thing.
Oh, that was my Discord. Sorry.
Oh,
Stan's got multiple programs. We're running live on YouTube right now, you guys. Broken Head Radio. For all of you that are at home listening, Broken Head Radio on Google, check us out. This is Stan's station. We're going to try to do this kind of a broadcast thing every Monday, if we can, for at least the foreseeable future.
And you guys are more than welcome to come down. We're probably going to get the setup a little better.
Yeah.
We'll figure out how the table and the cameras are going to get set up, and we'll have some more permanent fixtures that'll make things a little more easy on the eyes to everybody that's watching on YouTube.
And I'll try to talk more.
And if there's any suggestions to the Facebook Live viewers out there, you guys, please,
damn it,
post your suggestions. Give us feedback. We want to hear. This is our first time doing something like this. It might be somewhat of a regular thing, so we definitely want some feedback from you all. So please be nice, but feed back to us.
Constructive criticism is always accepted.
Exactly. And if it's not constructive, then please let me know so I can put my brown pants on.
And I know I'm gaining a little weight, but I mean, your brown pants.
I was wondering if you got that.
Oh man, that's great.
What can I say? 805. It brings smiles.
So kind of off of the RC topic for a second, because I know we've all been stuck inside because that's our new.
Wing said he still has your cones.
Huh?
Dustin Wing said he still has your cones.
Hell yes, I can't wait to get those. I still have a bunch. I want to do a bunch of videography
What's
and
up,
photography with my drifter. With those.
I want to do an RC drag drifter contest with drift tires.
That'd be dope. You wouldn't go very far. It would have to be like a 10-foot drag race.
No, we're trying to make 132 feet.
That'd be like 3-hour race.
It'd be fun, wouldn't
We're
it?
gonna start a new sport, man.
It would definitely be fun. I would be so down. I'd be doing that little Honda back there.
Drag drift.
The draggy drift. Yeah.
No big wings
Plastic
allowed.
tires.
No
Right.
big wings allowed.
But I know you guys both dabble in video games. What has been keeping you sane on the video game front since this shelter in place has started?
Well, actually, I downloaded a video game on my phone. I got a Samsung S10 recently. I'm still trying to learn how to use the freaking thing. It's up there doing video right now.
It's what's recording everybody. So
That's right. Everybody on
Friend
live.
got nice
I'm
phone.
pointing-
Damn, about time.
Yeah, I got a new phone, man. I know it's been forever.
sorry. It
yeah.
actually said your battery died about a half hour ago.
Oh well, shit.
No.
No, it's been a great phone. I downloaded a game. It's called Mopar Drag and Brag, which I'm surprised.
Okay.
I thought B would be all over that, but he's not.
I think I've seen him post a picture and it said,
Did he?
I play a
Oh
little.
yeah, you do. It's
I play a little.
Student driver, something like that. I don't know. Sitting behind me on the list. I don't know. I guess.
Even on the virtual list, huh?
Yeah, it's all good. Only reason Frank can win is because I'm out of town.
Hey.
Every time it's time for us to race, he goes out of town.
Anytime you feel you're running behind me, you just got to remember that you are number one when it comes to how many cars you've owned.
Yeah.
Like, I'm pretty sure that out of everybody watching, there's not anybody that's had over 300.
I got 5 drag cars now. I can use 4, take people out, and I get the number 1 car.
But I thought you were only allowed to have 1 car of your own on the list, or is that something? Can you run multiple cars on the list now?
You can have
Same car,
more than 1 car on the. Excuse me. You can have more than 1 car. So, say if you destroy your car, you can bring another car into the list, but you cannot introduce a new driver with your car because that constitutes a person having to try to get on the list and then move up through the list.
So, say I owned your car and I owned my car. I can come down and run both those cars and be 7th and 8th on the list?
No.
I wouldn't suggest doing that.
Because then how are you going to race yourself?
We don't allow that.
Because I remember you guys talking back in the day.
I raced myself before.
Yeah. Like, you know what I mean?
That's one of the rules that's changed is we don't do that stuff anymore. We've looked a lot to the Sonoma guys for inspiration about, one man, 1 car, things like that.
Cool.
And like I said, that was one of the questions that we had that we were really curious about. We wanted to try to put the kibosh on some of the argument about some of that stuff. So we've really helped to streamline the processes. Obviously, it's not an exact science. This whole nprc thing is still relatively new. At least
hi
to
mom,
us.
hi dad. Sorry.
This whole thing is still relatively new to us, at least. As far as figuring stuff out and rules and things like that. So, the idea is we want to allow for backup cars because we don't want guys to lose their spot on the list because some random person drove on the track and they hit their car or something with it.
Yeah,
that would
and
suck.
now you're done.
Yeah, you're done just like that. All your hard work.
I remember
It would be nice
3
to
or
have a
4
backup
times my car was that way. We'd go down and then it was me and Clinton, dude. For some reason, our cars were magnetic, and it was always a funny instance too. It's not like we got pissed off at each other because we both looked at each other like, "Shit, that was my bad." Like we both knew we shouldn't have been done. We shouldn't have been doing that, you know. And boom, smash. And it's
Clinton
like,
needs to build
shit,
another car.
you know. You don't have a car no more?
No, he needs to build one.
Clinton, you need to build a car, buddy. We want you back on the list.
Yeah, dude,
I know
come
you live
on
out of
down,
town,
brother.
But come back and race with us, man. I know there's a list probably where you're at. Let's see some love on the Facebook page stuff.
And if you guys really want to, I'll do this for you.
I need my safety meeting buddy back. If you know what I mean, we need my safety meeting my safety meeting buddy back.
Safety buddy.
Dude, it was really hard for me to say that for some reason.
We'll make a lot of 10 list, guys. Sorry.
You just did the same thing. That was like rubber baby buggy bumper all over again. So you've been playing the drag racing on your phone.
Yeah, the Mopar Drag and Brag. That's been a lot of fun. Trying to just get the fastest ET time that you can. You know, snap a picture of it if you can. Do a screenshot.
Now, is it everybody
post it
got the same car, or do you
There's
race to get upgrades and stuff like that?
Yeah, there's different classes, different upgrades, different things
Okay.
you can do. You can hop your car up. You know, it's
So it's not just a timing simulator. You
No.
know. Okay.
It cost me $40 last night to be frank.
What?
You could buy stuff for your cars too.
Yeah, you can buy stuff online.
What?
you
So
can
it's a
spend-
pay to win?
No.
You can earn it
You
too.
can spend money to make your car faster. But if you don't want to, you can race for the stuff and make your car faster. It just takes longer.
Yeah. So it's a
do
pay
it.
to win. So it means if you're a nerd and well, sorry, that's the wrong term for anybody that's listening that takes offense to that.
God,
But
I feel offended.
I know. Put some damn glasses on, would you? No, but like, total off subject now. I don't even know what the hell I was talking about.
I threw him off of his rocker.
A pay to win is like, say, remember the game we were playing together for a little bit, Dauntless,
Yes, I remember.
where we went in together and I was a level 10 and you were a level 1, but you can get in and because you were going against beasts in my level 10 realm, you were getting massive payouts to get your XP put up. Now, instead of doing that work, say you were to go into the little store there and be like, boom, 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 boom. I just want to buy a shitload of XP, and then I can just build my character up without having to work for any of it. That's what I mean by a pay to win. So what I'm saying is someone like B can be like, I don't like this guy. He's been winning. I'm going to go spend $1,000 just to oust him real quick. You know what I mean? Is that what you're trying to say is you can... What happened? Oh, okay. All right. Well, enough for the questions right now. We are going to take a short break. I'm going to end the live stream here for a minute. We will be right back. We're gonna go to the bathroom, guys.
All right, guys, everybody on Lake NPRC watching this, we are going to end the live stream for just a moment, but we will be back in about 10 minutes. We're going to talk about some other stuff here with Stan the Man on Broken Head Radio.
Radio.
And you might